here I am sitting with John Halley in a little coffee shop, bookstore, cafe combo, enjoying a Greek day. And so we went over to the Haridimos Shadow Puppet Museum, and which I found fascinating. It's shadow puppets, not three-dimensional puppets. And it featured all the artwork of a man named Haridimos. These must be his sketches. Sadly, the museum was nearly empty, giving one the impression that people did not partake that much in the Shadow Puppet Theater as an entertainment as much as they used to. But this is a fascinating sketch of his.
Kifisia from the puppet master Christos Haridimos. So that's the museum.
Oh, so
after him.
we must be, yeah. I would imagine that many of these figures here, therefore, would be his. So evidently, we have the hunchback, but also this elongated character. But this serves a purpose in the play.
This guy has a hunchback too.
Yes.
He's not Karagiozis.
No. But when this is flipped, it changes the aspect. That's why it's there.
Ah, those are leather. Those are in leather.
Right. And these would be, this looks like a St. Michael variant.
Okay. Oh, St. George.
St. George is who I meant, yes.
Yeah.
Demonic elements.
Jones, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got the kind of goat horns and the donkey horns, and then as one creature clearly with testicles down below, which certainly signifies something. This is interesting because it's on a lamp.
On a lamp.
Which means it's going to have...
leather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be... And so John and I continued wandering through the museum, discussing the various symbols and such. One interesting conversation came up, and he asked, why would people be attracted to characters that are so repulsive? And I explained that this had to do with comedy, just as in England you had Punch, of Punch and Judy fame, who was also a very repulsive hunchback character. And in fact, obviously... What can you make of these faces? Karagiozis and Punch are related. With the hunchback makes that very clear. They come from the Commedia dell'arte, but of course they've taken very different forms.
So this is Karagiozis.
This was an interesting piece, a shadow theater backdrop that was of a mosque. And Karagiozis is related to Karagiozis, who is the Turkish version of the shadow puppets. Now, what's interesting is the shadow puppet part, that's Haridimos himself, the shadow puppet part seems to have come from Asia, from China, and ended up coming through Turkey to Greece. But the characters seem to have come from the Commedia dell'arte in Italy.
Well, it's about one of the independence people.
Now we ascended those stairs, and there was a wonderful part of the museum above that was a recreation of, say, life in Greece around the year 1900, late 19th century, city life, obviously, in Greece, and a lot of old fashions and such. This was, in many ways, more interesting than the actual puppet diagrams and sketches and pieces, although they were both really fascinating. And I would recommend, if you go to Greece, look for the Haridimos Shadow Puppet Museum, and then go upstairs and see this very interesting recreation of an old town environment from over 100 years ago. Well, I enjoyed my time in Athens, short as it was, made me want to come back at some point, not in the middle of the summer. And off in the distance you see the Acropolis, and it is waiting for me, as it has been for thousands of years.